There's a new faction in Stickman Trenches, the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Now, they have a few key advantages, but what's more important than all of that is we need you, because they're only halfway done. If you look at this, we've got a tech tree, right? Every country has its own unique tech tree. But right now, the Austro-Hungarians don't have a unique tech tree. And as far as unique units, well, they've only got the armored car, which we're gonna rush the enemy because their only real unique advantage right now is that their armored vehicles cost a little bit less in terms of metals than the other factions. So you can actually get out and just rush the enemy, and in their current placeholder state, they're a little bit overpowered. We need you. What would be some fun units in tech that could allow the Austro-Hungarians to feel unique relative to all of the other factions in the game? You've got the Brits, which sort of feel like the artillery faction, the Russians, which feel like the mass infantry, conscript style strategy, the French, who have some really cool and really fun and powerful armored vehicles and tanks, the Germans, who have very specialist units. Ooh, let's go ahead and take these stars. And now the Austro-Hungarians. Now on top of that, we have another key decision. We've got to decide, wait till you see what the Austro-Hungarian tank looks like, but we're pushing the enemy all the way back. They're only pushing out riflemen. Ooh, we caught these ones out in the open, so that's pretty preferable. But this thing is about to be destroyed. So at this point, I think we might want to get up to maybe this front line right here and defend it with a machine gun. And with our tech, what we could do is wait to get reinforcements, or we could unlock, hey, there's the metal. I think what we want to do is get quicker reinforcements on our riflemen so that we can build a nice solid defensive line here. But like, look at the hats and helmets. I always love that. That's like one of my favorite things about this game is just how, like, I love Stickman. I've played so many different Stickman games, but this is a really, really fun way to just kind of show a little bit of personality to what is otherwise a rather standard and similar unit, that being the Stickman. So we get to customize with their weaponry and their hats, and then we just make them a little bit of a different color to have uniqueness there. But yes, Austro-Hungary needs what makes it special, what makes it unique. And on top of that, we have a very, very big decision. And this is why I wanted to get the community involved right now, is because I think the next faction needs to be decided, and we need to take a vote. I think the three more obvious factions that come to mind for me, in order, are the Ottoman Empire. You know what, should we rush them? Why not? Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? We all die? Oh gosh. We get caught in no man's land. In the river. And then we call it an armored car, because yeah. Wait till you see the Austro-Hungarian tank. The Ottoman Empire, the Italians, and then the Americans. Now, there's also sort of a design decision where we could just let it be a free-for-all in terms of nations that we wanted to add, right? It doesn't have to be bound. Since this isn't really World War I, just inspired by World War I, what we could do... Ooh, they got a machine gun. Are we going to get there before? Where's the machine gunner? Oh, he's not going to get there in time to reinforce this. I don't think. Unless his riflemen hold. Ooh, they just lost it. We missed it? Oh my gosh, he almost got there. Let's take the medals and unlock the tank. So, in the comments section, if you leave one, and we do appreciate it, please consider putting it in this format. We can put a number 1 and a number 2, like a bullet point style. Number 1 is what should we do for the Austro-Hungarians, and number 2 could be your vote on which country comes next. If you only want to give feedback on one of those things, well, that'll be pretty obvious to tell what the intent of the post is. This is definitely a faction that is only half complete. Okay, so here is the Austro-Hungarian tank. It's one of my favorite looking ones in terms of its aesthetic. I like how it's got these little rollers in the front and the back, which, you know, historically helped it like go over trenches and then like maybe not get mixed up in barbed wire, maybe even stopped landmines, but I'm not entirely sure just the level of effectiveness of these. The Austro-Hungarians did not perform too well in World War I. All right, what's the enemy up to? Wow, they have just absolutely cemented their defensive lines. Here's Big Daddy. Now remember, they're cheaper, but a little bit less effective. Oh, did they get the machine gun just in time? They did, but we're rolling on. So now we're crossing over this like muddy river here. And so naturally the tank is gonna slow down. And now we've just got like endless trenches. Oh, the artillery strike. Okay. So what happens if we call in both armored vehicles at the same time? The armored car and the tank. But yeah, so like, ultimately, these are the only two unique units. There's no other unique unit. So we could have a unique infantry unit. We could have some unique artillery strikes or support or potentially even maybe like defenses or something like that. But it's just interesting because, you know, a lot of the other factions that we've already shown had a clear and obvious choice for fun ways to make them unique. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and summon in an artillery barrage, and we'll call it back here. And that did, oh, never mind. I was going to say it did nothing, but it took out both of those riflemen. Wait, did those guys have gas masks? Maybe there was an officer, and that's what gave him the gas mask. But right now, we're pushing in with the armored car, which is taking most of the attack, and then the tank. So yeah, as you can see right now, this faction is a little bit overpowered. We haven't quite figured out the way to balance them while also making them feel a little unique. Thus, the advice and help and creative insight of the community will lead this game to victory. Now, if you were to ask me which faction would you like to see next, I feel like the Ottoman Empire could be really cool and had a very, very impactful, what would you call it, history within World War I. But then again, we could also diverge creatively. We could also do something like, you know, add factions that may not have participated in World War I. This is Stickman Trenches. Like, this isn't Stickman World War I necessarily. We're like loosely historically inspired, right? So we could take a wild divergence, and that could allow for a lot of creative freedom. We could add something like China or Japan. There's a lot of pretty cool ways that we could go about this, I think. Ooh, look, they're armoring up their troops. So they're going down this track. You get the armored boots, then the body armor, and then the upgraded body armor, which increases the survivability of your troops. So I'm actually kind of curious how these guys are going to do in a pretty upgraded trench with a little bit of armor. All right, so they just dodged that first shot. Second shot as well. We're going to summon in another one of those. And I'm actually going to send in two. Since I got one for free, we might as well take a special moment to appreciate two tanks going at the same time. But at this point, we are just sitting on mountains and mountains of cash. I'm of two minds. I think we could keep this historically accurate or historically inspired. And we could make, like, say, if we ever did a Stickman Trenches 2, we could go crazy. And maybe it wouldn't even be Stickman Trenches. Maybe we'd go for, like, more of a freer flowing style of a battle. But that's the future, right? And there's no guarantee that we'll ever get around to it. So my thinking is we could finish off with some of the historically inspired factions that had a huge part in World War I, like adding the Ottomans, the Italians, and then the Americans. Or maybe not in that order, depending on what you all want collectively. Or we could end it there, or we could add like all of the other countries and just like find fun ways. You know, and then it's just like the what ifs, I think, are some of the most fun things in video games. Like, we're not trying to create like a super accurate game. We're trying to make a fun game. And I think in a fun game, the rule of cool prevails. Okay, the enemy is bringing in a lot of infantry. I'm going to be building up a second trench of men. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get faster respawn there so we can get super fast riflemen. So yes, please give me your thoughts. Where would you like to see the game go? What would you like to see added next? I'm getting a lot of comments over the last couple of months is like, hey, what's going on with Stickman Trenches? When's the next update? What's planned? Obviously, some of you may be aware of the development of Steelfront, which is sort of just like a battle simulator and not at all like Stickman Trenches, right? We're going for something a little bit spicy and obviously a very different gameplay experience. But that's not to say that Stickman Trenches development is done. I'd say we're probably, I don't know, 3/4 of the way there in terms of like if we were to stop after the Ottomans, the Italians, and the Americans. We'll send an infantry push here. Where is the enemy? Man, they just keep getting pushed back, obviously, because we're just like sending in massive amounts of tanks. One thing that we thought about for the Ottomans was to give them camel troops. We just, artistically, we're not entirely sure how that would look. How would Stickman camels look in a game? We're not entirely sure. But like the Ottomans were renowned for their camel troops. Maybe we could have a different battlefield, you know, the deserts. And with the Ottomans, I'm not entirely sure, but I always wanted to have like some kind of a terrain change or like a different style of terrain that you could fight for and over with each new faction. We experimented with like winter with the Russians. All right, big infantry push, man. Oh, these guys are doing fantastic. And we did it before the machine gun got here. That guy, you know what? That Frenchman fought the good fight. Let's go ahead and rush that machine gun position until they get it figured out. Where is he? There he is. One of the other things that we could always do... Oh, did we get artillery barraged? Oh, gosh. They got my last guy back there. I'm just realizing now that, like, if you buy a machine gun, he has to run all the way from the back. But I wonder if you could have a special unit, like maybe a machine gunner. Oh, look at their light machine gun. Let's actually see all of them, so you get a little bit of a preview. We'll take the stars. Unique helmets, unique weaponry relative to the other factions. Look at this guy just chilling. He's gonna get trench foot for sure. And I'm gonna switch these guys. So we're gonna see the specialist units. I love the light machine gun. I think it looks awesome. We'll send an officer with this infantry push and just see how well they do. So yes, Stickman Trenches is pretty close to a very distinct creative fork in the road. And we've got to figure out what to do. Oh, wow. They just pushed before this infantry detachment got there. That could have been really bad. Yeah, but when you can just stack tanks cheaply, it's a little bit overpowered, even for, like, brutal difficulty. All right, how are we doing? Oh, man. They rushed it. Oh, they got caught in no man's land and ultimately got run down by the last machine gunner. Now, the enemy still has a bunch of trenches. They've upgraded their barracks. And looking at the intel, it doesn't look like the enemy has unlocked artillery strikes yet. So let's get them something to think about. Let's gas these guys. They didn't have gas masks. You gotta get your gas masks, dudes. Maybe that'll encourage them to unlock that tech. But at the same time, they've probably just been fighting for their life. Oh, wow. They're stacked on top of each other, so it looks like it's like some kind of a weird super hybrid tank. And all of our infantry are gonna come right here. Now, as far as what we want to do, we don't need increased shot accuracy. We're gonna save our medals. Oh, they got grenades. Oh, that is going to hurt. All right, so the enemy decided to upgrade their tech to add in the grenades. So that's going to be kind of spicy. That's going to really, really damage our armored vehicle push. And the tank goes down, but we just got a second batch. So the enemy has what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 trenches. Oh, by the way, Stickman Trenches is on sale right now. You can find it using the link in the video description. And thank you for the support. There's going to be a Steam post as well to try to encourage even more community feedback as far as like what we should do next. There's the armored push. We've got an officer popping up here. I'm going to get a bunch of officers. We have a few light machine guns, a few flamethrowers. We didn't opt for the sniper this time. Man, that's a lot of grenades. All right, push them now. Oh my gosh. That was devastating. All right, let's go ahead and get more medals. And let's get armored troops. I'm actually kind of nervous now. All right, look at how cool we look. Armored Austro-Hungarians. I almost said Ottomans, but yeah, that's definitely not true. And we've got the money, so let's send in another armored push. And this, I'm hoping this is going to be the one. So yeah, those are the big announcements. Austro-Hungary is coming in the next update. The game is on sale, and we need your help. All right. Oh, this is going to be big. So if we send them at the right time, oh my gosh, we sent them at literally the wrong time. That was terrifyingly bad. Uh-oh. Okay, we got a bit of a problem. And they have gas masks. I was about to say, like, oh, we can slow them down with gas masks. Man, I just blew through all of the money I had saved up and all of my medals. That is not good at all. But we do have some pretty powerful armor. We just got to hope that that armor is going to help us against grenades. We have to send them right after the first grenade salvo, I think, is what we want. And you know what we could do is do a little bit of an artillery brush. Oh gosh, we got to hold. Okay, the armored vehicle's coming in. A grenade just went out, took out one of my dudes. And yes! Okay, we have to retake this trench. Even with currently an unbalanced faction, you just can't sleep on brutal AI or they can flip the script. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I heard like them spawning in a tank. I was like, that changes the calculus of battle quite considerably. We got a machine gun. He's got to get over this water. And they got the gas. Wait, they don't all have gas masks. Only one of them had a gas mask. That's interesting. Now all of these guys do. How come some of those didn't have gas masks? All right. Dude, I absolutely love... Yeah, see, that's another thing is like, in World War I, armor was not like a common thing. It was there, but this is like the rule of cool. And like a gameplay mechanic that can be quite fun is to have the armor. All right, so now what we need to do is save up for tanks and hope that they don't artillery me right now. If they artillery me right now, they don't look like they have artillery. So if I can save up to get like, say 900 cash and get both these at the same time. Look at how many men they're pumping. This is nuts. Oh my gosh. I think we also would have enough time to get an artillery because look at how many they have. This is just, all is not quiet on the Western Front right now. All right, can I get 310 before they reach the front line and get a precision artillery strike and take out, like, I'm hoping half. They're armored too. Oh my, it got the machine gun and they immediately replaced it. Can we win this? Oh my gosh, we didn't win this. Let's take the medals. Yeah, see, we don't need medals for anything but unlocking. Oh gosh, that's bad. Uh-oh, we just lost our trench. Look at that, oh, that poor shotgunner. Uh-oh, guys, we got problems. Where's that machine gunner? Can we hit him out in the open? Wait, can we do a twofer? Almost. That's a little unfortunate. And gas isn't going to do anything right now. Well, we got ourselves in a bit of a pickle. Now, they haven't immediately replaced that machine gunner. All right. Do I want to send my men in before? Let's try it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no one's throwing... Oh, there's the grenades. That was a failed mission. And we lost our machine gunner, and they're probably going to push right after this. Now, as far as grenades, we actually might need to start using our medals on making our troops a little bit more accurate if we want to have a chance at victory here. And we're pretty close to getting more medals, which we can either use for the upgrades, which we clearly need. I'm going to try the armored car push again. We might have enough troops to dissuade them. Oh, gosh. Okay, never mind. Grenade! Ooh, we got the 900 cash. We're going to save up to get precision artillery. You know, we're gonna artillery barrage and hope. Oh, okay. We're going to send in the infantry first, and then a little bit of delay here. Oh, wait. We have it. We've taken the trench. Could this be the counterattack? They just have fully upgraded and fully machine gunned trenches. There we go. The whole, like, running in a line right there really, really helped. Okay, so at this point, I think we need to save because both these are basically dead. Oh, do I want the tank? I do want the tank, but I also want the medals. The medals will get me more tanks, I think, because each one can be converted. Okay, there we go. That was a pretty big attack. We used all the medals. We did a little bit of an upgrade. Our troops are 10% more accurate. We got a double armored vehicle push. We're building up the infantry to attack. Once this trench is down, we got to just slowly work our way up, man. World War I is brutal. Flamethrower would be kind of nice, don't you think? I don't know why, but these little green hats right here on the shotgunners are probably my favorite hat in the game. And I'm always a big fan of, like, sort of like the fireman style French hats. Oh, wow. That was a great artillery. That was a fantastic artillery. All right, so we just got to get there. Oh, yeah, we're pushing. It looks like we're just a bunch of, like, stormtroopers now. All right, we have full supply? Oh, that grenade could have been bad. That grenade was bad. Oh, an artillery backing it up, but we did get all the way here. All right, so at this point, wait, how? Oh, we've got little, like, riflemen sniping. If we had a sniper right now, we'd be chewing through them. Oh, we missed the artillery. The precision wasn't as precise, and they're dropping grenades. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna have to hold here. Get back. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I think we actually have to hold here. But they got grenades again. No! All right, save up. We gotta save up. I don't know if they will give us that reprieve, though, because I've got 2 troops right here. You know what? Fine. We'll pull back again. We need to buy time. We need 600. Another armored push. Uh-oh. The grenades! All right, here we go. Once again. Now, the difference here is we didn't have a ton of infantry to back us up. Okay, what I'm thinking is we're going to get just enough to get more medals. Oh, wow. Whoopsies. Oh, wow. That's a huge infantry reinforcement. 3 medals? That moves us to 6. Do we want to use them for increased shot accuracy? I'd rather the money. There we go. All right, we're going to build up right here, and we're going to wait for a second armored push. This armored car is just going to do its thing. We've got a pretty good infantry battalion. Armored vehicles rolling up. And you know what? Let's try to time this. If we can get some of these troops. Hey, yeah, I got one. You know what? I'm going to consider that a victory. We did artillery. We did the infantry push. That worked out pretty well. If only we had the money to get another artillery push. Ooh, they just ran right. That timing was catastrophically bad. Catastrophically bad. The grenades. All right, tank is still going. We'll take this trench. And, okay, we're almost to get the another double armor push, which is like a strategy I'm completely relying on. We don't have any unique units, you know? Not really. Unlike the French, who we haven't seen their really, really powerful tanks, or really good artillery strikes like the Brits, or really specialist infantry units. Uh-oh, that's not good. We're just barely holding on. Okay, this next amount of money needs to go for artillery, and it needs to be time. Ooh, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get, ooh. Good, wow. These 3 troops are crushing it right now. Ooh, I got him. Oh, I was hoping we would take out that machine gunner. I love how the shotgunners run up. All right, grenades done. Rush the trench. This is gonna be tough. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna do a little bit of damage. Ooh, 600 stars or a tank. Against my better judgment, I just got another machine gunner. Oh, don't get any grenades off. I think one guy was in his throwing animation and we chopped him down. So what are the reinforcements looking like? There's the big armor push. So we'll save up for some artillery here. Ooh, we took out a reinforcing machine gunner. He backed through the grenade. Is that a bug or a feature? Laughs nervously. All right, where is it? Yes. All right, we'll wait for the grenades. There they are. Now we go. Ooh. The infantry basically took one for the team there. All right, we just need to get all the way up here. Oh, we were so close again. I think we need to pull back. I don't think that trench is safe. Oh, no, my precision artillery is not precisionally artillering. Wait a minute. That's not enough gas masks. That's not enough gas masks. Oh my gosh. Artillery. They got artillery. And they used it. That must have been metals. Where's the reinforcements? We don't have any. Neither does the enemy, I guess. Do we pull back? We're at 30 minutes. I wasn't expecting this to go this long. Once more, they're leaving some. There's like 3 troops. I don't know if that's worth 360 though. Wow, those guys got there literally in the nick of time. All right, armored cars should be getting here soon. We're gonna save up for the 900 and do both armored vehicles. And while they take their precious time to get to the front lines, we'll start building up infantry and then, but that armored car is doing its job. All right, we need artillery. Gas masks won't do it. I don't see an officer, so I'm not sure where they're getting their gas mask. Oof, that was not precise. Maybe we need an upgrade for like super precise artillery. These ones are just gonna soften them up. Oh gosh, that's so many grenades. Maybe we should do grenades. Maybe we need to do grenades. Yeah, with the next upgrades, I think we should try to buy hand grenades. 20% chance. So I think they may be at 40% chance now to throw a grenade, because that was a lot of grenades. Upgraded trenches make artillery not nearly as effective as you want them to be when the enemies just stack their trench. Uh-oh. We'll summon a tank. All right, the double armor push. But they're in the trench. Oh, I don't have the metals. Okay, I actually need the metals to survive. We got a triple armor push here, though. So this has to be it, right? Man, our guys are just not up to the task. We're being historically accurate, a little too historically accurate. All right, 3 armor push. I really would oh, we're down to 2. Flamethrower's doing his thing. Machine gunner's down. All right, we took out that trench. Do we have the supply lines? Are they clean? Troops are getting all the way to the front. No grenades this time? Okay, we're stuck here now. All the way near the end. Too many gas masks. I'm gonna pull back. Oh, buy us a little bit of time. They don't have the machine gun. Can we push it? Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was a little bit overzealous. I was like, we can take advantage of that. Now all of my infantry are dead. Cool. Poor tactical decisions by our commanding officer, whoever that guy is, needs to be demoted. And that artillery failed miraculously badly. And now our tanks are getting wrecked? I don't know, guys. This is looking like the stalemate of all stalemates. I think I'm gonna fortify here. Give me accuracy and grenades. Normally I'm just like, buy money. I will buy money. Use the metals for money. Where's my machine gun? He needs to get here fast. But this time we're gonna do this smartly. I'm gonna be buying just riflemen that allow me to resupply my troops and continue to save up for the double armor push. The defenses must hold, or else all is lost. And double armor push. And riflemen. Yeah, but the Russian faction was fun because you could like make your infantry units like really cheap by spending like the base unit, but it would spawn in multiples. Now they were conscripts, so they weren't like super accurate, but it really made that that faction, which was the newest one, pretty fun. Is there gas masks in there? How many did we kill? 5, 6? I'd say that was worth. Now, if that kills any of them, oh, that was pretty great artillery. Uh-oh. Our grenades went out. Our grenades are helping. Yeah. Oh, he's throwing a grenade and he like stuck his head over the trench. Oh my gosh, grenades are massive. We need more grenades. So we need 5 medals for that. We're saving up for another double armor push. I need 2 double armor pushes. I need a quad armor push. I love the grenades, man. We got some baseball strength here. Oh, this guy's got accuracy. Yes. Oh no, a grenade. Ooh, devastating. Where's my armor? Oh, that's why. We're not resupplying these troops. The supply lines were broken. Almost there to 900. All right, we'll let these vehicles soften them up, which they will do a pretty good job. And then the armor, or the infantry I'm saving up right now, are gonna go in with the next one. And then at some point, we need to save up, and we're gonna do a double artillery, and if possible, even combine it with poisonous gas, and just hope that does the thing. Yes! That was such a fantastic artillery. It took out the machine gunner right before the armor got there. There we go. We took them out before their machine gun did anything good. Grenades out, go. And those guys, we're gonna do gas. Those guys didn't have gas masks. All right, come on, do it. Oh, that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. This is wild. I'm gonna fortify both these trenches. This has to be it. We have to be victorious. This is the longest battle I think I've ever had in Stickman Trenches. Now, I think from balancing tweaking, it didn't need to be because I may have been able to win it early. All right, there's my machine gunner. We got the double machine guns. Now I'll save it for the armor. We could gas, I don't know, maybe half of them? That might be worth it. Delay them a little bit. Oh, double gas? Oh man, I wish this was tanks. I really do like the mass infantry strategies that some of the factions have. I don't know why, there's just something so satisfying about seeing a giant army of stickmen. It'd be cool if you could also have like a gas, a smoke screen. Oh, that's so many grenades. Jeez. We did a gas, a precision, and an artillery barrage, and it just wasn't enough. And our next double armor push hasn't even been produced yet. And we're not even close to getting more medals with XP. I do think maybe like a specialist unit of some kind would be the difference maker right here. And that's why we've just like absolutely stalled out. I want more grenades. We don't need cable. It's funny that they're the French and they just have not. They've gone all infantry upgrades. The AI does random things. It's always variable to make it like each battle a little bit different. All right, there's another armor push. So this one's gonna be a fake armor push. This one's gonna be the real one. And they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. That's terrifying. That is terrifying to see. Yeah, you need about 1,000 money, I think, to use all 3 strikes. All right, we got a second push. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the economic power to time this all. Ooh, that was good. But look at instantaneous death. But all the while, we're slowly building up our troops. I kind of wish the enemy would build tanks. Then we could precision artillery them and take out a lot of their funds. All right, so with this one, I'm hoping that we can have enough to do some artillery right before the tanks get there. Almost everybody has gas mask. Ooh, that was a good attack, just not a great one. I need to send like a fake infantry push. Oh God. Oh my God. No, no, no. No. I tried to do an elaborate tactic, and all that was tactical failure on a scale that hurts my face. Okay, 3 medals? Yeah. We need to do something that will change the war. I don't know what it is. I think I gotta save up my medals. Gosh. Does the Austro-Hungarian Empire need to surrender? I was like, if that guy can't take out that machine gun, they immediately replace it. Look at this. Are we killing any of them in their trenches? I think one cool thing would be you can take a trench and then unbuild it. Degrade the trenches. That might be necessary. That awkward moment when World War I is taking so long, you might be late to dinner. I mean, I gotta go to dinner right now, but I'm like, sorry guys, it's all quiet on the Western Front. Yes! That artillery was key, but it wasn't enough. Good night, it wasn't enough. We do have more grenades, right? So maybe more infantry? Uh-oh. God, that's a lot of grenades. Can we hold? Oh my God, we barely held. Oh my gosh, this machine gunner, whatever the Austro-Hungarian Medal of Honor is, this man gets it. This man gets it. That machine gunner just saved the war. I'm happy for the increase in resource production. Yeah, and if everybody can throw grenades, then you probably just want like lots of cheap units. We don't need flamethrowers or submachine gun guys. It's probably just shotgunners and riflemen. Shotgunners and riflemen are good too because they'll like stop at different places, which may help their survivability with enemy grenade throws. All right, we've entered the water. Oh God, they threw grenades again! What is going on? We're gonna die! Oh my god, the enemy grenades. I need more medals. I need more medals. We're back to our final trench. You know what? This could be good if we time it right. It could be good. It's definitely a positive thing. All right, come on. Bring it on. We're going to wait for you to hit this trench. And then I'm going to hit you with my armor. And then it's just going to miraculously, we're going to fight them all the way back. Summon another tank. We got 4 medals. Oh, that's not enough. Yeah, getting the timing of the grenades is so key. All right, we're down to 1 tank. We used up all our medals. No grenades. Okay, that actually worked. And I do have a secondary armor push. It's just a little bit delayed. There we go. There we go. Don't throw the grenades. Enemies down to 2 trenches. That was maybe not the best use of artillery. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we could make it to like gas. Gosh, their grenades are always perfectly timed. Or just my attacks are not perfectly timed. We might have to call it a draw. I really do gotta go to dinner right now. I got kids, man. They need their tacos. You know what I mean? Yeah, we need American baseball player who can lob grenades longer for the American faction. Oh, the football grenade. There's so many silly things you could do. Oh, shoot. Can the gas help at all? All right, we're using up some of their grenades. Come on. Come on. Take it out. Take it out. No grenades. They're grenades. No! The French have withstood the best that we could do, and the kids need tacos. But I want you to help Big Play Games figure out the future of Stickman Trenches. We've got a lot of things we need to decide. How to make the Austro-Hungarians fun and unique in terms of units and tech, which faction we want to go next, and then do we take off the shackles and allow any faction in any country that we want? The sky's the limit. Let us know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, Stickman Trenches is on sale right now.